In a small village nestled in the rolling hills of the countryside, there lived a clever cat named Max. Max was known throughout the village for his cunning and his ability to catch mice and rats with ease. He was a proud and boastful cat, and he loved nothing more than to brag about his hunting prowess to anyone who would listen. One day, while prowling through the village, Max came across a group of rats who were busy stealing food from the village stores. Max saw an opportunity to show off his skills and decided to stalk the rats, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. As he crept closer, he heard one of the rats speaking to the others in a loud, boastful voice. "We may be small and scurrying, but we are the true masters of this village," the rat squeaked. "We outsmart the humans at every turn, and no one can catch us." Max's ears perked up at these words, and he felt his fur stand on end. How dare these rats challenge his superior hunting abilities? He knew he had to prove to them that he was the true master of the village. And so, Max began to stalk the rats, his tail twitching with excitement. He crept closer and closer, his ears tuned every sound, until he was just a few feet away from the group. Then, with a swift and silent pounce, he lunged at the rats, hoping to catch them off guard. But to Max's surprise, the rats were ready for him. They had been preparing for this moment, and they had set a trap for the clever cat. As Max pounced, they sprang into action, using their quickness and agility to dodge his attacks and launch a counterattack. Max was caught off guard, and he found himself being chased by the rats through the village streets. He ran as fast as he could, but the rats were too quick for him. They darted and weaved, using their knowledge of the village to evade Max's attacks. As the chase continued, Max began to tire. He was no match for the rat's speed and cunning, and he knew he was in danger of being caught. His pride wounded, he retreated to the safety of his own home, vowing to never again underestimate the intelligence and resourcefulness of the rats. And so, the feud between Max and the rats began. From that day on, they were sworn enemies, each determined to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. The villagers watched in amusement as the two groups engaged in a series of escalating pranks and battles, each one trying to prove their superiority. But in the end, it was clear that the rats had the upper hand. They were too quick, too clever, and too resourceful for Max and his fellow cats. And so, the cats learned to respect the rats, and the two groups lived in a fragile peace, each one knowing that the other was a formidable opponent.